Our virtual heartbeat is a force that allows us to stay connected. We all have one. It's the tapping rhythm that we create when we like a photo, tag a friend, or retweet a post. And we're all extremely powerful, interconnected people. And I'm going to prove this to you all now by having you take out your phones, open up any one of your many social media applications, and then raise your phone as high as you can in the air. And then just take a look around the room. All right, you guys can slowly put your phones away as the lights come on. But I just want to point out that at our fingertips, we are capable of accessing a multitude of connections because of social media. And my research focuses on all the what-if possibilities. What if an individual could take advantage of their follower base and transform and become a celebrity? What if an individual could monumentalize their image and monetize it? What if a business could take advantage of their follower base and transform their followers into consumers? And so today, I'm going to discuss my thesis and how it's about individuals and businesses taking advantage of social media in order to launch their brand and even themselves. So I'm going to ask you guys to raise your hand if you recognize any of the following women that I'm about to show you, and just keep your hands raised as I click through the following images. And then raise your hand high. Now, you may recognize, you guys put your hands down, you may recognize most of these women from following them on social media. But the point I'm trying to make is that they've used social media in a way to appear celebrity-esque without necessarily having a true talent. Yes, some of these women you may, recognize from reality television shows or have inherited fame. But the point I'm trying to make is that they've monumentalized their image because of social media. And so these women are what I call it girls. Now, it girls are women who dominated a certain period of time because of her projection of beauty, style, personality, and/or lifestyle through a concentrated media presence. It girls are now a brand in themselves. Their presence is really online and in person, and their interactions with people have really become so prevalent in our society today. And yes, some of these women may not have the best reputations, but their influence is undeniably really important. And so Anna Wintour, the editor-in-chief of Vogue since 1988, or my favorite movie, The Devil Wears Prada, Meryl Streep once played her as, once said that why or how it girls become famous will no longer be important. But what matters most is that they are a celebrity. And so this concept has really been around forever. It girls have dominated certain time periods as seen throughout history. Gloria Vanderbilt from the Vanderbilt family from the 40s and 60s. We have Twiggy from the 60s and 70s, who his claim to fame was truly popularizing the slim body type in the modeling industry. In the 80s, we have Iman, who was married to David Bowie. And then in the 90s, we have Cindy Crawford, who trademarked her beauty mark. In the early 2000s, Tinsley Mortimer, who was a famous New York socialite. And then in the 2000s, we have Paris Hilton, who made us all wear juicy sweatsuits in lower school. And I think juicy sweatsuits are coming back now. I don't know. We'll see what goes on there. But anyways, all of these women, what I think is really cool is that the influencer industry was one of the few industries dating all the way back to the mid-20th century where women could gain the top leadership positions, whereas in most other industries, usually men claim those positions. And so these women, along with Anna Wintour, have laid down the foundation for our it girls today to be so prevalent. So we can see this by analyzing our generation's it girls, Gigi Hadid and Kendall Jenner, who both have follower counts in the millions. And but the thing is that not everyone can have millions of followers on social media. Therefore, I've created a scale called the Itness Scale, which measures how different it girls with varying amounts of followers can still be influential, but in their own spheres. So for example, on my far left side, we have what I call women with influencer status. And they're localized it girls, and they're super popular in their community, whereas on the farther side of the scale, we have women that have it girl status, that are the large it girls that most of you are more probably familiar with and have the greater power because of the amount of followers that they do have, and their platform is just exponentially growing these days. And so It Girls are now creating an image for themselves that's not only personable, but sellable. Yes, sellable. Companies are taking advantage of the relationship established between It Girls and their followers and using it to their advantage to market their own products or goods. And I just really think this is so neat is because social media is more than just connecting individuals, but it's connecting individuals to businesses through other individuals. And I think this is best displayed by Estee Lauder, a huge cosmetic giant who was formerly known to be used by more older women, wanted to reach out to a younger audience, people like us. And so they enlisted Kendall Jenner to represent them. And they didn't just want an association with her. They wanted direct access to her follower base to hopefully become their consumers. And so I guess with all of this taken into account, I really wanted to apply my research and everything I knew about social media marketing and how people are becoming famous on social media and like why this is all happening and how it's being accepted today in the business world. And so last summer, I became the director of marketing and social media marketing specifically for a local franchise. And it was an incredible experience because I got to be hands-on with my research. And then I'm also currently collaborating with a national nonprofit organization, I Am That Girl, which I know it's just impacted me in so many ways. It's focused on women empowerment. And so I've been working with their media campaign and how to bring more attention to it. But I guess my main point with all this, maybe social media isn't really for you, maybe social media isn't, maybe the only time you want to think about it is when our president's on Twitter or something. But the point I'm trying to make is that I took a concept that I use every day and just looked at it a little bit differently. I looked at it through a different lens, the business lens, and I believe that perspective is everything. And so I want to challenge you all today to look at something that you use every day and just look at it a little bit differently. Because once you understand what you like, you'll be better capable of impacting more people than you'll ever know. So understand what you like and like it. Thank you.